Hello? Oh, there we go. I think I got it. Can we all hear me now? Hey, Holly. Hey, Janet. Hey, Betty. Okay, good. Um, you can tell it's been a minute, and I was underprepared for today. Um, had a bit of a rough morning, and then I relaxed a lot, which led to a nap, which led to not getting up on time and still needing to make dinner. So, here we are. All right, um, we're kitting something up first thing this evening, and then typically I know we stitch on Mystery Kitty, but tonight I'm going to be stitching on the project I was stitching on earlier because it's what I need to be working on. And Mystery Kitty is part of another game that I'm playing. If y'all are caught up on the floss tubes, it's the Big Brother stitching game. I am not caught up on Big Brother. I have not seen last night's episode, so no spoilers. And I don't know who all here watches it. So, anyway, we're gonna get started, and because I already have a pretty good crowd here tonight. I think we've been missing doing these, right? It's starting to cool off. The high was like 86 today, so it doesn't get as hot in here. It doesn't make it miserable to be in here. Also not caught up from, yeah, well, because I don't have like cable, so I can't watch it live, even though I was home and eating dinner at that time last night. I have to wait for it to hit um, Paramount Plus first thing in the morning, and then I can we usually watch it when we eat dinner. I'm gonna be in here, so it'll be after the stream sometime. I'm so glad y'all, I mean, not that you had to miss it, but that y'all enjoy these. um I've missed it, but I just, between chaos of life and it being so hot, we kind of got stuck. But here we are. We're back. All right. And we have new stuff. We have new stuff. I'm going to go over real quick and then we'll get started. The winner for what we're going to kit tonight is Fairy House. Y'all, when I saw this, I was like, this is going to be the first house that I stitch out of this series because it's amazing. Look at that snail, the mushroom. It's just, it's pure amazingness. But before I get to that, I'm going to self-promote just a little bit. I am trying to work on getting through some of the massive stock that I have in my shop. If you're unfamiliar, I run Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. It's an online needlework store that mostly caters to people. Like, I take requests, wish lists, I can build kits, like I have a stock of DMC, that sort of thing. I work with people when they are on limited budgets, things like that. I'm not a big shop, but I am a niche shop, if you will. So what I've been doing is my shop mostly, hello, um, and Ashley, I know I accidentally forgot to ship something of yours last month, so it is in the package today or yesterday. I shipped your stuff out yesterday. So typically all my new stuff goes on Facebook under monthly albums, and then after so long they'll move from there over to my website. It is tinyhummingbirdstitchery.myshopify.com. I try and put it in the description of my YouTube videos, and I know it's on my main page on Twitch. So this month we decided to discount the March album by 17% because my daughter turned 17 this month, and that is just not okay. But it works out for you because there's a 17% discount on these items. So I was just going to go through and show y'all real quick. And if y'all me please it here, that's fine. We can do that. The first is actually something I'll be working on here in just a little bit, and that is Seaside Tiny Town from Heart and Hand. I don't have prices on me. Oh, let's see if we can remedy that. Of course, I won't know the discounted price, but you'll know it's cheaper than whatever I tell you it is. So this is Seaside Tiny Town. I'm loving stitching the Tiny Town pieces. I miss you too, Shannon. I don't know if I'll be getting on Zoom tomorrow night because it's my husband's birthday, but I should be able to get on for a little bit on Saturday. My problem is I just can't be up late. All right, we gotta go to March. Seaside Tiny Town. All right, so this one is $13, and I just have the one. But if you're interested, let me know. If you see anything you're interested in, you can always go to the Facebook page. September's album is overflowing with fun. Next is Resilient. I'm going to do this a couple times during the stream too. This is Resilient from Artist Design. It's $6, and this is the only one I have. Next, we have Don't Quit Your Daydream from Silver Creek Samplers. This one is $14. And remember, all these have a discount on them. Or, like, I'm not naming the discount, so it'll be less than $14. It says Don't Quit Your Daydream, and it has, I believe, one with longer hair and one with shorter hair. So, it comes with both. All right, next is Rose Coverlet from Handmade Thread Milk Designs. And Shannon, you in particular, I wanted to tell you about this because I really like this for, oh, where'd it go? The thread pack you sent me. I think it will look really good on this. So I'm going to do that at some point. Oh, and that one was $14, and I just have the one. Lastly, we have Love Bugs from Counting Puddles. This one's super cute. It was $12. So, super cute. All right. So if you're interested in any of those, you can say so here. You can go check it out on the Facebook page. These are on sale till the end of the month. Yeah, it's beautiful, and I just couldn't, I was having a hard time figuring out what I was going to use it for. And when I saw that rose coverlet, I was like, oh, that'd be perfect. So the other thing I'm going to do, which I'm not entirely prepared for, is I'm going to have a couple things I'll show y'all later in the stream that aren't in any of the albums, but that I'm going to do a random discount for. So my idea is that I would have a wheel of discounts, and if anybody me pleases it, then they spin the wheel and that's the discount they get, but I'm not quite prepared for that. So look for it later. All right, I'm going to switch screens. Do you have any of those cases with... Yes. Yes, and that's actually one of the things that's 17% off this month. I know I have a blue one. I think there might be one other one in there. Or two other ones. What she's talking about... Here, let me grab one. Any color? Okay. So they're these. This one's blue. I've got pink that says I love to stitch. I've got silver. 2 silvers and 2 blacks. So these are normally They're normally 16. They're going to be 17% off, whatever that comes out to. So, and what's really cool is when you open these up, one side is a magnet that you could hold your needles, and the other side is one of those bead mats, like, you know, like the tacky bobs or whichever. Which I do have tacky bobs too. But they don't have the magnet, and they're not as conveniently sized as these are. I actually have one of these in my bag because I'm going to be beating a Mill Hill soon. They're great. So, those are available too. The tacky bobs are also, or tacky bill, they've changed from bob to bill, are available. Doesn't have any information on there. I'll have to look that one up. And floss packs. Can I help you? I don't care. Can you pick that up off the floor, but step on it? Can you pick that up? Yeah, beating a mill. It'll be perfect. So. Okay. So let me switch screens and we will get started on kitting. Because I don't have enough places to plug in the mouse with all the cameras and the microphone. Ryan has graced us with his presence. Okay, so here is, oh my goodness, that is bad. That is crooked. What are we doing here? There we go. I guess there's a chair right there. Oh, wonder why. Okay, so we're stitching we're not stitching, we are kitting up Fairy House from Cottage Garden. And it is kitted on Prehistoric Linen by Fox and Rabbit, which I'm guessing is a gray based on this, based on looking at it. Holly says hi, Ryan.
Hello.
And it has, could you be a doll and bring my fabric boxes over here so I don't have to go get them? So the single called for, oh my goodness, lighting, needs a bright color for fabric. Like what kind of bright? This is the called for variegated that's in it. This is Grape Pie, which I think is going to be absolutely marvelous. I don't know if you can see. Come on, focus. How nice that is. It's those two boxes right there.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
I'm over here looking for the one with the tiny threads in it or whatever.
Tiny threads?
Well, like the one that has like 1,000 threads in it. Different color threads.
I don't know what box you're talking about.
The one you always use. The one with different color things. Like these things.
Oh, my floss box. Gotcha.
Floss
No,
box,
fabric
yeah.
box. Okay. I like a muted one. Well, we'll try a couple different things and see. Just set it on the floor. Thank you. I have Lunar from Be Stitch Me. What?
I said, did you tell me about the incident?
No, well, not really. This is gray, slightly purple, mostly gray. Lunar from Be Stitch Me. I feel like we don't want to go real dark. Ooh, this one's neat. This is gray with some blue and purple modeling. I think that would be really good. That's a 40 count though. 40 count? Yeah. I really like that. Let me turn on the light. Hold on. There we go. We have some dark green. I wish my lighting was better for color. And y'all may see color better than I see color, but I can't see that far around.
Paparazzi.
Okay. So these are, well, this is green. This is gray with some blue and purple. We have gray leaning towards purple. Does kind of look like it might be in a forest, right? So we've got this. This is eucalyptus flowers. Might help if I pull the flosses real quick, huh? Let me do that. Where's the pattern? Well, y'all know the purple. Zoom out just a little bit. There we go. That may help with the colors a little bit too. Okay. Alright, you like the first fabric more for at least the purple? This one here. Put it up here. So this is the rest of the palette minus one color. And it blows out my yellow, I think. Let me see. All right. So all of these work on here. They're not particular. The other first one. Okay, this one. This one I think might be my favorite, only because it's got a modeling that I feel goes with like this mushroominess. I don't know if you can. There we go. You see what I'm saying? I know the lighting is just blowing out the yellow. Maybe if we. Oh, it doesn't turn that way. There we go. I'm probably gonna put mine on something outlandishly hot pink. Nice. That was the other, when you said bright, I was like, I have it. Look at this. What? I don't like it with the purples, but man, that's some bright pink. That is some bright pink. But I really want the house to stand out because it's just too good. All right, so let's see. This is 120 by 120. My calculator. I just want to make sure this is big enough because it has already been cut into. And I'm not gonna, yes, I'll do it over 2. So it needs to be 10 by 10. Okay, so let me pull this off of here. Let's see if this piece is big enough. I'm thinking yes. This is called Devil's Claw, by the way. Kind of fitting for a... I know it says fairy house, but it really makes me think of that evil witch that lives in the middle of the forest and, like, needs to be left alone. Okay, so this is 13 by 17. We're good. We're good. All right. So, I think we're going to do Devil's Claw. I'm trying to catch up on Ghost Stitch tonight, and that modeling is fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, I really like it. It is one of those, though, that, like, when you first glance at it, you're like, what would I even use that for? Because it's a very dirty modeling, like, I don't know. So, it works perfect for this. Hey, Heather, welcome in. I know it's been a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put these up. I think that green would have been okay too, but I like the modeling on the other one. So, if anybody's getting this, it's very good. Yeah, I'm behind on Ghost Stitch, like, massively. It would help if she would pull letters of projects that I need to work on, but it's not, so I keep having to do 400 stitches. Also massively behind. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Between my focus pieces, my Big Brother stitching, my Monopoly stitching, my Ghost stitching, I'm behind on all stitching. And then my round robin came in today, and I'm like, I need to work on it. It's 6:30 p.m. in late September. Is that bad? Oh, rewind. Hold on, I missed some stuff. Shannon, I'm 2 days behind since I'm working on a project that I'm not wild about. I understand that. Nerdy Enid says, I want and need to go for a walk, but it's too hot. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That isn't hot for most people I know. Yeah, but when you're taking a walk, I mean, yeah, I'm ready for it to start cooling off. Now, to be fair, it was 86 degrees at our hottest point today. So, it is currently 82, but it was over 90 as a high. Oof. I know that somebody in Arizona said it was 106 today. It's insane. It's supposed to be cooling off. Hey, Bubba. Ryan. Dinner's ready.
Huh?
Dinner is ready if you want to go get some.
How do you know that, Dad?
Mm-hmm. Colorado is hotter than Texas. Yeah, we got a little bit of a cold front earlier this week. It was nice.
What?
I'm talking. I said we got a little bit of one earlier this week. So we went down from the high 90s to the high 80s.
That's nothing. Texas is too hot.
Yeah, well, Enid's in Colorado. She said it was over 90 today. In California, it's in the 90s again that next week. It's crazy.
So it's not just Texas up here.
No, it's this hot. It's, you know. But I was telling Holly the other day that at work, what?
I said the Earth's getting closer to the sun.
I was at work the other day and it was hot, but I told her it was fall hot. Like it was hot outside, but with a little bit of a cool breeze, which was nice. In the summer, it's hot with a hot breeze, right? Laura says, I love that fairy house. Isn't it adorable? I do have a few of these in the shop. It'll be in the September folder. They're $10. Also need to work on it for WhipGo. What are you working on, Shannon? After Sunday, it should be in the 70s as a high for a while. Ooh, that would be so nice. Definitely need it to cool down. I am not a summer girl. Nope. All right, so now I'm going to... When I kit up with y'all, I actually kit the whole thing up, like on my floss card and everything, because if I don't, then I won't. Me doing this on here with y'all means it actually gets done. So, I'm not stitching yet. I'm going to be winding this and chatting with y'all. Ice Cardinal. Okay, is that a Hade? Is it a full coverage? We had one day where it was like 65 and loved it. I went for an extra long walk. Crunchy black Ada. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds unappealing. Absolutely unappealing. Where did I put... It's been so long since I did this, y'all. I'm losing stuff. She's bringing us rain. I just worry about the 70-mile-per-hour gusts of wind. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Are you in the path of the hurricane? That's not a fun place to be either.
I want to be in a hurricane. That looks so fun. Or personally, that's just me.
Trying to find... Ryan,
Yeah.
can you get me a piece of computer paper?
Just give me a second.
Oh no, not crunchy Ada. Stick it in some fabric softener.
Huh?
70 mile per hour wind. Ew. Hate windstorms. I don't mind it if I can stay in the house and stitch. Ryan, paper.
You see what I'm saying? Where?
On that, just below the printer in that cubby hole.
This?
No, that's... You really don't know what paper is? That, what is that?
Papers?
Yep. Should be down in that white plastic thing. Oh, Dimensions kit. Well, that's your problem.
This?
That's fine.
I'm gonna go get dinner.
Okay, Dad said he already made you a bowl, so it's cooling off. Oh, okay. What?
There's a lot of kids thinking about dropping out of welding now. We might not even have a welding class by the end of this semester.
Mm-hmm.
These grand fall kids are just stupid.
Okay, Ryan.
Love ya.
Love you too. Okay, I need scissors. He doesn't always think about what he's saying right here in front of a camera and a microphone. Okay. We had some crazy wind recently and our garden flag flew away. Oh no, no. It was a Halloween cat witch with a broom on it. Oh, that sounds cute. My husband and I were walking everywhere to find it. Heather says, as soon as we put out our outdoor Halloween decorations, we get massive winds. One year it blew away all our decorations, and another year it twisted our metal archway. Oh, geez. Fabric softener, dimensions kit. Later, he went much further in a different direction. It was laying in someone's front yard. It flew a long way. It's bonkers thinking about it. I've lost a couple trampolines that way. They were out of my father's land, my father-in-law's land, thankfully, because, you know, there's no neighbors for it to affect. But in fact, at one point it flipped. We actually have true trampolines, because we had one and the net around it had broken. So we got a second one so that we had the safe enclosure. And then a windstorm came and blew the one on top of the other one. It was a whole mess. Whole mess. And we're known for our wind up here. That's why we have wind turbines. I don't have my floss winder. It's out in the car. And if Ryan wasn't being such a handful, I was going to have him go get it. But he was off in his own little world over there. All right. Yeah, we ended up with a couple tombstones in our backyard, and a few others were several blocks away. Oh, goodness. Could you imagine whoever's yard they landed in? Like, where did these dead people come from? Right, exactly. Oh dear, tombstones, as long as the zombies don't come with them. I don't like to write on these plastic floss cards, so I just double-sided tape a piece of paper. To write my symbols and numbers on. And then you can just peel it off and it's ready to go again. All right, so get my hair out of there. Use labels that you get at the dollar store. That's a good idea. Do they peel off pretty easily when you're done, or do you just stick a new label over the old label? My favorite pen got taken in the house. This glare is something else. It's okay, I like a purple pen too. Just peel them off. That's awesome. Two. So I like to bobbinate because I have the master set in a bobbin box. I have the bobbin wall behind me. But when I kit them up, I put them out on a floss card, and that gives them time to de-wrinkle and work a little bit better. Of course, these tangle up really massively too. So I don't feel like there's any great solution to anything other than maybe baggies, but I'm too impatient to sit there and put everything back in a bag. So know yourself, right? This works the best for me at this point. I'm being a bad cheer mom right now. I'll have y'all know that I'm here. I forgot that we had a home game this week, and when we have a home game, I'm supposed to help decorate the gym the night before, and I forgot. And I scheduled this, and Lexi said that's okay, that I could stream instead of helping with the pep rally, but I really need to next week because bad mom. All right. Of course, when she told me she wanted to be a cheerleader and she was so excited about it, I didn't think about my obligations. So, all right. I try and start off with 2 strands of each color. I'm going to keep one strand off to the side because I don't have my floss winder, so I'm going to use one of those to clip to. I have converted my master set onto floss drops, hooked onto binder rings, and hanging in a giant filing cabinet. I was sick of loose bobbins turning up everywhere. I will tell you, before I did this, yeah, I did my time with homecoming. The major one is, I believe it's October 11th, maybe. It's somewhere around there. Lexi's pep rally, that she's actually in charge of coming up with the theme and buying all the decorations and stuff like that. That's the one where I definitely need to be there, other than homecoming, because it's Lexi's, and y'all are old enough, you're gonna get it. So Lexi got tasked with the breast cancer awareness game. So, it's pink out as the theme. And she came up with basing it on Mean Girls and saying, get in Badger, instead of get in losers, we're going shopping. She said, get in Badgers, we're beating cancer. It's so cute. She was so proud of herself for that one too. I thought it was massively creative. And they have burn book shirts, and there's all kinds of neat decorations and stuff her and Arissa have going on, so that was really cool. Get in Badgers, we're beating cancer. I love it. This one's number 7. She's so much more creative than I ever was or am. Just adore that girl. Which is why she's not allowed to turn 18 next year and leave me. I can't fathom it. I love that. Mean Girls is such a classic. I agree. I mean, for, a nowadays teenager to reference it, it's gotta be classic, right? I don't know what the theme is tonight. I think it has something to do with a rodeo. So, I may try and go to the pep rally tomorrow and watch the dance. I could tell Lexi really wanted me to. I used to go to all the pep rallies because the public's welcome. The only thing is, they tore down the high school gym, which was the bigger of the 2 gyms, and they're squeezing everybody into the middle school gym, so it is itty bitty living space. And I get anxiety. Even just thinking about it. What is this bobbin doing? Okay, well, I'll take it. $8.69. Where'd I keep my measuring one? Oh, here it is. So what's everybody working on? Because you know you're not just sitting here staring at my mug. We're all crafters. I was listening to a few people on Twitch this week that were talking about how sometimes their chats are really dead. But it's not that they don't have several people viewing. It's that we're all stitching. We're all doing our crafts. We're not... So we're just lurking, and that's okay. The lurkers matter too. Ooh. We'll work with that. Ginny Bean Halloween. Very nice. Sitting here staring at your mug. Baby boy is holding me hostage. Well, that... I mean... Baby boy is way more important than crafting. Especially when you work so hard to get him. $78. Lady of the Flag. Ooh, very nice. Have you met me? Okay, Laurel's not stitching. We know that. Although the fairy is making wonderful progress. I'm excited to see it. Well, you know I'm working on Ice Cardinal and trying to watch football too. Ah, yes. I'm surprised you're even here. Because football is Shannon's life. And I gotta tell you, Shannon, I went to the homecoming game and actually, like, paid attention to the game and kind of knew what was going on. So I knew exactly when to yell and scream and holler. And then it was annoying Lexi because she wanted me to cheer. Like, because they have some of those cheers where they're like, we say this, you say that. And, like, the crowd wasn't getting into it. And so, she was like, Mom, whenever I cheer, you got to cheer with me. And Dad, and Nana, and Papa. And, you know, she was, like, going down the line getting us all, you cheer. And so I would be watching the game and then realize she was cheering and be like, oh, yeah, I got to yell now. But we ended up winning our homecoming game, which was nice. And by the skin of our teeth. Whew. So. They have a game tomorrow night, but I don't know whether or not Casey wants to go. And it's his birthday, so we're going to do what Casey wants to do. Laurel is stitching on Happy Birthday. Very nice. And Laurel, you don't just sit there and stare at me if you're not stitching. You're usually like playing on your phone or something. So, there is that. I am hoping to have another live on Saturday morning. We'll see how well I can do. I'm trying, people. I'm trying. I would like to fully finish something. So, those are the thoughts I'm having. Hi, Kathy. Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh, I guess I should put those on the thing. For anybody recently tuning in, I am kitting up Fairy House because it's what won the poll on my YouTube channel. By quite a margin.
Get that. Oh. Could you try again?
I don't need her input, thank you. Okay, so I'm kitting up Fairy House from Cottage Garden Samplings. It's the latest house. It just came out like last week or whatever. I'm doing really good. Things have been slowly ticking up. So, we do have one variegated floss that's part of this set. And again, if you're interested, these are in the September album on my Facebook group. And I have both the chart and the floss. The chart is 10 and the floss is 250. So we pulled our fabric, which was Dragon Claw 40 count Verdal from Be Stitch Me. And now I'm just putting together the floss card, which it looks like we're about halfway done with. All right. I am missing one of the colors, but it's probably in my master box. If not, I will pull one from stash. Okay. There's that one. Left my floss winder in my... I have like a tote that I take to and from work. It's still out there. I forgot to grab it. So I'm just using a reference game. I think it's super cute. It's definitely on my list of start it sooner rather than later. But then again, so much of my kidded stuff is. It's fine. It's fine. It will all get worked on eventually. I'm going to live to be 1,000,000 years old, and I'm going to stitch everything that I've ever wanted to stitch to completion. Anybody joining me in the living forever thing? It was funny. My husband and I were listening to a stream, and they got onto the subject of superheroes. And they're like, who's your favorite superhero? Like, what would be your superpower if you were a superhero? Etc., etc. And I asked my husband, I said, what would you be your superpower? And he said immortality. And I was like, nope. I don't know that I want to live forever. Life's kind of stressful. I don't know if y'all know that, but like... Stitch it all. Gotta stitch it all. I really like this color. What is this? 3740. It's a beautiful, like, antique plum color. Speed? Oh, I mean... Oh, is that your superpower? Speed? What's everybody's superpower? I would actually pick telekinesis. Why? So that I can stitch and be cleaning the house with my mind. Because when my project's across the room, I don't have to get up to go get it. I can just move it to me with my mind. So... shop. Okay. All the houses. They're cute. I really think it's... You know what? Her last few years of these sals have been... Or these... what do they call them? When they come out every month? I don't know. These series have been great. Like, I want to stitch everything. I will check that out after stream, Laura. Thank you. And if there's any that might not have been in the folders that you need, just let me know. I probably still have them. They're just not on that, not up there. Because I don't think the barn is up there, or whatever came after the barn. Would like the power to read minds as a superpower, purely for good. Hey Kelly, I would want perfect eyesight so I didn't need magnifiers to stitch and could stitch any count. I like that. I like that. You have the first 3 or 4. Okay. Gotcha. What color is this? 976? Okay. That is everything. I don't have 3790. I'll have to find it. I don't want to know what people are thinking. But imagine if you could read their minds and like gambling, make you super rich. He's thinking about what cards he's holding. You know you're going to beat him. No need to fold. All right, so we have our floss card. We have our fabric. And this is the specialty floss for this one for Fairy House. Now I need to add it to my Notions app. Who all is notioning these days? Let me know. It's amazing. It helps if you point the iPad the correct way. Let's try this again. Okay. The new update changed the color of all my apps, so now it's hard to find. Let me turn this off. Come on. There we go. I could work for the Innocence Project and see who is telling the truth. Oh, that makes sense. Also, if my husband is really paying attention to my stitching. Okay, here is my Notions. I put a picture of my floss wall up there at the top. Let me turn this off and see if that helps at all. Nope. It's just going to be so reflective of me. Okay. So I'm going to go to Patterns and Projects. We're going to say New. This is horrible. All right. Because okay, I went to Notion, but I need to understand it more. I've tried to match yours and get it to let me know what I need to hit goals. The kid is currently knocking my flosses off the floss wall. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let me turn that back up because obviously what I did, let me see if I can. Okay, so I have this one that I call goal category, right? And I say I want 500 stitches. That's my goal. I don't know. I really need to rename it because gold category doesn't really fit. 500. Then I have this other property. I don't know how to edit my properties. I may have to do it on a computer, but I have another property that has a formula in it that will subtract basically whatever my stitch count is, which would be right here, 2024 total stitches, and it would subtract it from my goal and then tell me. I will try and figure it out and see if I can send it to you through Facebook Messenger. All right, so new project is Fairy House. Yep. I'll put a cover photo in later. Designer is Cottage Garden Samplings. I haven't started it yet. I haven't finished it yet. Y'all aren't getting to see any of this, but I'm trying. My progress, it's kitted up now. The width, it's 120. The length is 120. So it averages the size. Surprise, surprise, 120. I know that 120 is what I consider a medium. So then I click medium. My goal category for a new start is always 500. For categories, what does this fit? Definitely fantasy. I don't think it's a sampler. It has specialty floss. It has how many colors? Anybody count? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So not less than 10, not more than 50. It doesn't have animal. It does. Are we considering a snail an animal? I am. I'm going to call it fauna and flora. Because it has a beautiful flower in there. It does not have words. It does not have beads or specialty stitches. It is not seasonal per se. It's not new to me in any way that I can think of. It's not a stitch along. It's not a holiday. It's not monochromatic, full coverage, or an imminent start. So, done with the categories. And for anybody that doesn't know, the categories that I use, my goodness, the light. The categories that I use are based on the ones I put out every month that for Whippagories. So we can go over that if anybody needs to. The fabric is Devil's Claw. I think it was 2 words. I don't have my fabric in here, so I'm just gonna click on it. It is a 40 count fur doll from Be Stitch Me. I would say it's muted. Color family, gray, blue and purple. And it's on Fairy House, so that's all. I don't really do the size or anything like that. Me personally. And that is it for entering it into my notions. All the rest is like, I don't really do flosses and beads and stuff like that. I'm sure that some people, that's super helpful, but it's not something. My kid is currently knocking. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to find a bag for this. Let's see, I have one right here. So I'm super fancy, and I keep my kitted up stuff in pencil pouches. These are less than $1 at Dollar General around school supply time. Now, when I'm actually stitching on it, it'll get a project bag, but since I kit up so many things, can't have a project bag for it all yet. Lord knows I got a buying problem. So, and one of the things I did before to kind of mess with me was I did all this and then I couldn't figure out what the project was. So we're going to pull this back out and we're going to write Fairy House on it. Because I don't put the pattern in with it. I scan it in to my Google Drive, and so I can use it in GoodNotes, and then I put the pattern up. So, and then at some point I pass them on or I sell them or whatever. So there is Fairy House. All right, I need to take a quick drink. How are we doing on time? I've been here an hour. All right. I'm going to quickly go through my cell charts again, because I'm sure we have different viewers here now than we did an hour ago. So these are in my March album on the Facebook group, and they're currently 17% off. I know that's a weird number. The reason is my daughter turned 17 this month, so thank her for that. So if you're interested in any of these, you can me please it here on stream, or you can go to my Facebook group. It's Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery, and it is in the March album, and say me please there. So this one is Love Bugs from Counting Puddles, and of course I don't have my price list. Albums, March. Right, so this one is 12 before the 17% off, so of course it would be a little less than that. plus shipping, of course. I have Rose Coverlet from Thread Milk Designs. This is it only uses one floss. It uses a sulky, and it's 111 by 111, so not tiny, but super cute. This one is 14 each. There's only the one available. This is why I'm clearancing out this, because all of these are just singles. Don't Quit Your Daydream from Silver Creek Samplers. This one is 14. And it is 181 by 48. It's charted in Classic Colorworks, but she has a DMC conversion. She also has the two different hairstyles in here, both the male and female, or the long hair and short hair. Resilient from Artist Design. This is another one that would be good in that thread, Shannon. Or, hold on. It's, they use Romy Creations Garnet. I also know that Cupid would be really good. It's 90 by 35. So, and this one is $6 plus 17% off. And then we have Seaside Tiny Town from Heart and Hand. This one is 176 by 30. I think they all kind of are. Super cute. This one is 13 with the plus the 17% off. Alright, ouch. Just throwing flosses all over the floor. And then I punch the box. Alright. And speaking of Seaside Tiny Town, that's what I'm going to work on tonight. So, it is time for me to stitch with y'all. We have about another hour tonight. I want to work on making streams a little bit longer, but I haven't eaten dinner. There's other things to do. So, let's see how we do this. Nope, that's not gonna work. There we go. That's pretty good anyway. So this is a round robin that I am doing with some friends. I wish I could push my table out. Okay. So we actually worked out that we all picked a different tiny town. And when I received this one, so this one's not mine. I've already sent mine off. When I received this one from the person before me, she had started with these 3 houses right here in the middle. So I am going to stitch this house. Well, it actually looks more like a shop, doesn't it? Is that the right hole? Nope. And then there's a fish on top of here, and there's a little crab down here that I'm going to stitch. It's so funny because part of why I bought this camera was for the better color adjustment and the zoom and the autofocus. And then I had to turn half of those things off because it would sit here and focus as my hand was moving. Like, focus on my hand, focus on that. You kind of saw it there, but it's not doing it too bad. But it keeps color balancing, and it's bright, dark, bright, dark, bright, dark. I just got this in the mail today, and immediately I was like, oh, I need to work on it. Not that I don't have 1,000 other things on my list to do, but how exciting is it when your round robin comes in? So I know when I started mine, I did, which one did I do? I'm doing Patriotic Tiny Town. And I did the middle section, and it was like almost 700 stitches. Not bad. Something that's easily achievable among friends. It is pretty. It looks so good. What fabric did she put this on? Oh, it doesn't have a name. It is a Be Stitch Me fabric. Yeah. It's a 32 count Lugana from Be Stitch Me, but it was one she probably got on a Friday night fight that didn't have a name. So... 2, 3, 4... And I love her little flamingo needle minder. It's adorable. I just love when you... There we go. And when you're doing a limited section like I am, because, you know, it's only my part, it's easy to color complete. So that's all the blue that's in this section, the white, the brown. Lift this up just a little bit. Maybe. I'm gonna see if I can get a little further away from the table because I keep hitting my knuckles on the table. There we go. That's better. Off to bed for me. Have fun, ladies. Good night, Ashley. Come back and see us soon. What's everybody having for dinner? We don't do food talk on here nearly enough. I need to make everybody hungry. Any good recipes out there that I need to know? I'm always trying to find new ones. TikTok is amazing for a quick, like if they have to make this meal in the, I don't know, 120 seconds they get, or I think maybe it's 3 minutes that they get for a TikTok, then I can manage it pretty quickly, right? It's not overly complicated. So I try to put one new thing on my menu every week. And then depending on whether my family loved it or was like, is whether it gets added to the recipe list of things to choose from. And I've almost managed to have 4 whole weeks of recipes where I don't duplicate. Very close. Ginny, I have to get back to work. Friday lunchtime here in Australia. Catch the rest on replay. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful day, Ginny. Thank you for joining us. Holly had chicken and broccoli. That sounds good. Kathy said I had a hamburger and fries. I mean, classic goodness. So this week, I want to try that viral cucumber salad. You know, Lexi tried it one time. She didn't really like it. So, but cucumbers are amazing. I have no idea. I might just throw some frozen arancini in the air fryer. I don't know what that is. So tonight we're having, I found it on Facebook. It's called chicken tot casserole. Basically, you cook your chicken and you mix it with cream of chicken. What, baby? You want to be featured? My cheerleader has come to grace us with her presence.
Look how early we're out.
I know.
It's crazy.
Well, it probably didn't go as crazy with the decorations since it wasn't homecoming.
I don't know. There was a lot of decorations. They got actual hay
Oh,
for people to
nice.
sit on and stuff.
Very nice.
Ours is gonna look stupid because there's no decorations. All the Mean Girl stuff is bachelorette party, and we can't have alcohol stuff at a pep rally.
Yeah. I was telling them about your theme for your pep rally, and Holly said she loved it because
It's such a good idea. It's just hard to shop for.
yeah, it's because classic. Holly says hi, Lexi. Laurel had burger and fries too. Kelly says National Chimichanga Day and National Key Lime Pie Day. Today? No wonder I'm thinking about food. I did cook.
You did?
Yeah.
I haven't had any.
I made chicken tot casserole.
Ooh.
Yeah. See?
I had Dad bring me an Uncrustable.
Yeah, I woke up right as he was trying to figure out.
Oh, how to get it to me, or how to warm it up.
Yeah, he was like, do I just bring it to her frozen?
No.
No. Shannon says, hi, Lexi. Risotto balls with cheese inside. That sounds good.
That was smooth.
Very nice. You're getting much
I
better.
was a cowboy cheerleader.
You
I can do
could.
the jump splits. I just don't got the body for it. And also, you can't be too short.
Mm.
They're very judgmental.
You're kind of short, babe.
Yeah, I am kind of short. Like, this girl was 5'2", and because she didn't, since you're shorter, you know you have chubbier legs usually, that the outfit didn't look right because she didn't have the longer legs. So they kicked her off. It's like, that's crazy.
So stupid. That is the problem with the world right there.
Also, I don't want them to change my hairstyle or change my hair color if they don't like it. I like my hair color.
Right, yeah. So anyway, you cook the chicken, you chop it up, love you, enjoy. You chop it up and you mix it with cream of chicken soup. Like, I use the big can. Sour cream, 2 cups of cheese, like shredded cheese, a packet of the dry ranch seasoning, and bacon bits. You mix all that together, and then you line the bottom with tater tots, and you pour that on top, and then you cook it for about 30 minutes on 350. It's pretty salty, is the only thing I would say, but Dan is home. I heard the gate slam. But it's really good. It's really good. I don't make it very often because it's salty. I do. One of the things I try and do when I meal plan for the week is I try and have at least 2 chicken recipes. My house doesn't really love chicken, but I don't feel like they should be eating ground beef all the time. So at least 2 of the recipes have to be chicken. I try not to make more than 2 that have pasta. And I try and mix some other meats in there sometimes. So like meatballs or I know they're ground meat, but still sausage, pork chops, things like that. Try and mix it up. All right, we need to get more of that. I need to count. If I can ever make a chicken recipe and my husband says, that was actually pretty good, then it immediately goes on our recipe list. Without guessing the salt comes from the soup, you could get the lower sodium. That's true. Well, you got tater tots usually have salt on them. The soup has salt in it. The bacon has salt in it. I season the chicken before I cook it, so that's probably got some salt in it. Yeah, I'll do that next time. Get the lower sodium because we'll be fine. Nobody would care. Alright, did we finish the door? We did finish the door. There's my counter app. Alright. Now, find more thread. I'm working with Old Money from Classic Colorworks. So the what I was just saying, my brain's not working. Chicken tot casserole was one I found a list of like quick recipes on Facebook, but it's one we've had before, so it's not our new recipe this week. Our new recipe comes from, actually it might have been a Facebook video. It's called Sloppy Joe Casserole. And so it's a pasta one. You make your noodles and you pour ground beef on top of it, and then 2 cans of the Sloppy Joe mix, and then a bag of the Velveeta shredded cheese. Pop it in the oven till it's all cooked and melted and yada yada. And dinner's ready. I like meals like that for nights when I'm having to cook when I get home from work. I want them to be quick and easy because I need to eat and go to bed. It does. It sounds good. It sounds different. We'll see what the fam thinks. We like Sloppy Joes around here, so I think everybody will like it. Like the houses you are stitching. This is Seaside Sampler, or Seaside Tiny Town from Heart and Hand Designs. We are doing it as a round robin, which means somebody stitched this part, now I'm stitching this part, and then I'll send it to the next person. And after 5 people have stitched on it, this one will go back to its owner. I'll get mine back. We each have one. And this pattern is actually on my Facebook page, Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery, for sale right now, 17% off. So if you're interested, you can go pick it up. I will ship it to you. I have a chicken recipe. It's flavorful. It's got Chinese 5-spice ginger, soy, marmalade, orange juice. Oh, no commas. Okay. You can put it over noodles or rice and just have it like a soup. Dan likes it when he's sick. That is interesting. That's one thing. My family really likes Chinese food, but I'm not so good at replicating it. You will also find that my recipe, I try and only do, I try really hard to only do one Mexican type dish each week, whether it be tacos, fajitas, enchiladas. But we really like that stuff. So, okay, yeah, send it to me. We really like that stuff, so we tend to make it more often. There's one I have, it's called Cowboy Casserole, and even though Cowboy Casserole doesn't sound like a Mexican dish, it's got taco meat, corn, black beans, sour cream, cheese. So I still have to do my daily 100s. I haven't even done that today. I'm telling you, we stopped by the post office. So when we got up this morning, and we had to run to the courthouse to file our licenses so that we can do private security for parties like quinceañeras. We're doing a Sweet 16 next month. I think we're doing a homecoming concert sometime next month. So anyways, we had to register our license to prove that we are legally allowed to be the security. Anyway, because these venues, they're public spaces, and if you serve alcohol, then you have to have security. So we went to do that. As soon as we got home, we ran by the, we went to breakfast. And then we ran by the post office, and this was in my mailbox, and I had to start on it immediately. But then I also fell asleep 3 times while stitching on it, so I went and took a nap. Hence the not having more done. But this is 450 stitches, so it's not a little bit. Finally finished those lazy daisies. Go, Laurel! That's awesome. So this week is Phantom, I believe. Pretty sure. So I need a daily 100 on Phantom and a daily 100 on Moonlight Sampler for my big brother stitching. And then, I've got a whole list of other things I got to get to. But I have a feeling after this, and then eating dinner, and then getting in my 2 daily 100s, I will be ready for bed. Like I said, I won't be around tomorrow because it's Casey's birthday. And then I'm hoping to do an early Saturday morning, like maybe 9 a.m. So that we can, I've got to find it first. I'm hoping to do a fully finished Saturday. 0 stars do not, lazy daisies aren't that bad. What was I saying? I'm hoping to do a fully finish on Saturday. I have a Biscornu that I finished a while back, and I've never actually put one together. So y'all can be fully entertained by my lack of knowledge. But I'd like to just do it, right? I have one last thing sitting in bags over there. All my fully finished things, or all my finished things, not fully finished. Ooh, and it's officially fall. So, I can hang up my fall stuff, like my autumn wreath. Coffee with Sammy Saturday. That sounds good to me. I don't coffee, but I may find another warm beverage. I am ready for it to get cold enough to make a pot of chili. Right? Pot of chili. Maybe some spiced tea. I love a good cup of spiced tea. And don't forget, everybody, sips with Sammy on Saturday. There you go. Because you definitely want to sip coffee. What was I saying? I'm working on my tiny town tonight. Halloween tiny town. I have that one kitted. I want to get to it eventually. In fact, I'll get to stitch part of one because somebody in the round robin has Halloween tiny town. I know they're not. I've watched somebody assemble one. I've never attempted it myself. And how are you doing, Molly? I got to meet Molly at a retreat this summer. She sat at my table with me. Maybe I'll be up for it. I let Take Your House Back get me out of bed at 6 a.m. this past Saturday. Very nice. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. So, if you're new here, or if you just need the gentle reminder, at the end of the stream, we do a guess of how many stitches I got during stream, which y'all know I just started and we're only stitching for 30 more minutes. But if you would like to put in a guess, I will write it down. The person with the closest guess to what we actually stitched will, without going over, typical Price is Right rules, then I will put your name down. I will have a drawing at the end of the next month. And you could possibly win a prize. I know my summer hiatus kind of messed with that, but I do still have the names from the last couple streams. Y'all aren't gonna miss out. Also, I was going to show some other stuff from the shop tonight to sell on. Here's my thought process. Bear with me. 1 second. You look adorable. The boots look cute with your cheer outfit. Minor interruption. No, you're fine. I'm just letting them know. Yeah, yeah.
Like there? And you can't see it with the skirt. My skirt also keeps falling down. I got nowhere to hold it on to.
Is that what everybody's doing?
I don't know.
Or are y'all trying to figure it out?
They just gave bandanas and this is what they usually do.
That or the arm? Okay, hold on. It's definitely a different orange, but it doesn't look that bad.
Is it fun? Orange, black, and white.
Very cute.
I had everybody order just a pink out shirt so we didn't have to pay for shirts. Or maybe even like a. Is that how they do it? Yeah.
Go, but behind your head, not.
Oh, behind.
Yeah, like that.
I don't know how they're doing it, but we got a bandana.
Look very cute.
Does it look too wrinkly?
No?
Okay. 'Cause if so, I was gonna re-dry it and just hang it up.
I'm,
that anyway.
yeah, I would do that.
Like a quick dry or refresh. The refresh one.
I would do the quick dry. Is it still damp?
No.
Might spray it just a little bit and then re-dry it.
Like those fabric spray you think? Like you spray on the beds and stuff?
That'd be good. Huh?
They don't smell.
And then I would just throw it in there by itself.
Okay, I was gonna do the top too.
Yeah, that's, well, I mean, like, not with other people's clothes.
No, little scissors.
Little scissors.
I don't know why they're here.
Black one over here, too. Can you get in the camera?
Wait, I didn't check my arm.
She's cute. She's wearing boots.
I am wearing boots.
Because they're, what's the theme tomorrow? Rodeo?
Roping the Broncos. So yeah, rodeo.
Ah. That's why. Because Broncos.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna take a shower now.
Alright, love you. Alright, so what was I talking about? Oh, okay. So, I'm going to clip this real quick. Here's my thought process. And I'm not prepared enough tonight, I don't think. Each of my streams, I'm going to self-promote a little bit. We'll talk about the sales that are going on in the group. But also, I will pull a few things that are going to be special to that live stream. I'll show you what they are tonight, but we'll actually do it on Saturday. Just because I'm not prepared. I'm not near enough prepared. But the idea is that if you me please one of the specialty charts during the stream, you will then spin a wheel that will have a discount anywhere from 10% to 30%. There will be a lot of options in between. And whatever you spin, that's how much you get off of whatever that was bought during the live stream. And then I'll have something different every single time. The stuff I have for this week are Mill Hill kits, all with a fall or Halloween theme to them because the 21st was the official start of fall. In the future, I will probably do something like, here's the pattern, and if you would like, here's the stuff to have it kitted up, like the DMC flosses, the specialty flosses, whatever I have available will be an option with it. And that's one of the reasons I didn't really have it ready, because I need to be able to pull the chart and sit down and see what DMC I have, that sort of thing. But I'm only going to do it with stock. I'm not going to order anything unless you request an order. But I can absolutely do that. So I'll just give you a quick tease for Saturday so you can keep it in mind. You'll get to spin a wheel and get a discount if you're interested. So first I have this little guy, Halloween Owl, Mill Hill kit. I actually have several of these. I think there's 6 of them. So you don't have to worry about missing out. There's 6. Yeah, I know, Holly. I have one of this broom parking. And I have one of this antique lock. So, just keep in mind, you might want to join me on Saturday if you're interested in any of those. Now, where's my chart? Like I said, I'm trying to get some of this stuff out of here. Just got too much stuff. Okay. Not used to working with paper patterns anymore, so I gotta try and make sure I don't get it in the camera. Fish face. So I was looking through my whip list the other day because before y'all know it, December is going to be here. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I do finish that Stitch December. That's what it's appropriately called. Really started out as finish that December. Anyway, the idea behind it is that you take whatever's closest to a finish and work on it till you finish it, and then grab the next thing, so on and so forth. I've done it different in years past. Like, I did like an advent calendar type thing where I had them all in like mailers, and the mailers were numbered, like mixed up, then numbered. And so like on December 1st, I drew this one, and it's the one that I would work on until finished, and blah, blah, blah. I do think I'm just going to go with either whatever's closest to a finish is going first, or maybe even like a arbitrary August type wheel. But I was looking through my whip list, and I said, okay, what contenders do we have? How many finishes could I possibly get before the end of the year? Where's my whip list going to be by the end of the year? Because I'm trying to get myself to 30 whips. I'm at 40 currently. I know I have at least one more start coming this next month. I'm starting Edgar Owl with Miss Holly. So how close am I going to get to the 30 by the end of the year? Well, after looking through my list, I think I have 10 that can be finished. I think I can do that. However, a few of them are smalls where I will turn around and then start something, so that's not really opening up the space, but still. Those are getting finished so regularly that it's not a big deal to have them as extra spaces. So, I think I might have 10 for Finish That Stitch December. So that's pretty cool. But it made me realize how big all the rest of the projects are. Like, I don't even think there's that many on my list that'll be finished by next December. So we're really going to wind down on the finishes if we just stick to 30. Obviously, I won't do that, but when you think about it that way. On the last little bit here. Got about 15 minutes left. Remember, if you're popping out, to make sure and throw me a guess so you have a chance at winning a free something. And I try and do that on every live. So if you can even just pop in for a few minutes, throw in a guess, that's absolutely fine. If you're just lurking in the background, you don't plan on chatting at all, that is fine. We love having everybody here. We've had a pretty good number this stream. Been over 20 people for most of the stream. They did an update to my chat. I'm hoping I'm seeing all the chats that I need to see. Oops. 2 more rows. 6, 5. Oh, can I add one here? Missed a stitch. It's okay, I'll grab it on the way back down. I also kind of had a theme when I was choosing what we were going to kit up. I put up Fairy House, I put up Halloween Puns, and I put up Autumn Rules. So I was kind of going with that autumn Halloween theme. I've been going through charts lately and adding a bunch to, I want to kit them up, I want to stitch them at some point folder. So try and mix that up a little bit more, because there are some that just are not getting the boats. Now, I don't know when we're going to start any of the things that I kit up, because like I said, I am trying to keep my whip list limited. And part of the reason for that is simply because I want to be able to stitch on everything. I don't want something to get lost in the fold or not stitched on all year or anything like that. So I think by keeping it a little bit limited, I'm good at touching all of them. I don't think I'll... Oh, Kathy, I came on late, but my guess is 140 stitches. Okay. Let me write that down. It doesn't matter when you come in or if you're going to leave early, just give a guess. Kathy was 140. Laurel says, I don't think I'll finish too many more this year, but I have some that I'm trying to set up to finish next year, like the fairy. Very nice. Hi from windy Florida. Vic joining in at the last minute. Enid is back. Did you enjoy your walk? Holly, look who decided to show up. Holly says 153. And, yep, went for a walk. Walked almost 2 miles. Very nice. You are guessing how many stitches I did in the last 45 minutes. Because for the first hour, we kitted something up. And then we started stitching on this. By the time I stop, it'll be about 45 minutes. Betty says 226. Betty has lots of confidence in my stitching speed while talking. There's mud on the sidewalk and I slipped. Oh, but my rollator kept me from falling. Oh, nice. I fell in the shower this morning. I landed on a shaving cream can. It broke my fall. This whole side of me is bruised. It's great. Okay, so every stream we guess how many stitches I completed during stream. I've only been stitching for about 45 minutes because we kitted up first. And yeah, you're guessing how much smack we talk. Roll 8 or like a walker with 4 wheels. Oh, okay. So you're just guessing how many stitches you think I can complete in about 45 minutes. That's with talking and getting distracted and that sort of thing. Closest to correct gets entered into a drawing where I give away something. Your guess is 110. Gotcha. And I don't even know yet because I'm still stitching. Molly says 56. I think she's been counting as I put in stitches. It's just a fun game we like to play. Laurel says 135. There was one time Jesse guessed the exact number. Oh, Shannon says 127. My Aunt Kathy keeps calling me. She's worried. She also... Well, are you in like a direct path for the hurricane, Vic? I know it looks like Megan is. She was in like a purple zone earlier. Casey was showing me.
Sorry, something went wrong. Please
What?
try again later.
Why do you keep trying to talk? I didn't invite you to the conversation. No, I just know how many I can do in an hour with no talking. The talking thing, it trips me up. It slows me down. I would say I average over 100 stitches an hour if I'm focused. Focus is a big thing. Talking is a big thing. Okay, I think I finished this color. No, it sideswiped us. Tampa is closer and getting storm surge. Oof. So y'all are just getting wind and some rain? My, can't say her name, thinks I'm talking to him sometimes when I'm not. Yeah. Well, especially because with my name being Sammmy, sometimes it thinks that I'm saying Siri. Have I triggered anybody else's? It's interesting. Is that Tiny Town? Which one is it? I was out for an hour. Yes, this is Seaside Tiny Town. There we go. From Heart and Hand. This one is around Robin. So this section was stitched by the owner of this project, and then I am stitching this house and a little crab that goes right here. Almost did Prices Right and said 1, hoping everybody overshot it. That would have been funny. I do have this pattern in my March album on the Facebook group, which is currently 17% off. If you're interested. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens to me, Enid. Or somebody else will say it on Zoom or whatever, and then all of a sudden all our devices are going off. Yeah. Sarah has that problem sometimes too. Bunch of wind and tornado watches. Not nearly as much rain as I thought we would get. Tallahassee will not be so lucky. Goodness. Well, take a look, Enid, and if you need it, just let me know. So yeah, this one is my friend's, and she stitched these 3 houses, and then I'm working on this one, and then I'll be sending it to that chatty person from Florida. But I will be nice and wait until you say that you're sending the one you have off, because I don't want to overwhelm you. Don't want anybody getting overwhelmed. Where does this go? Right here. Oh, alright. So that's the end of that color. I'm not opening the package, just going to write return to sender. Hi, Jules. Welcome in. Okay. We only have a few more minutes here today, but what is the name of the group again? Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. It's that right there. Oh, Vic, I may need to get with you about something. Okay, let me, before I forget. Who this new Wi-Fi? I may be commissioning a shirt from you. I'll talk to you later about it. What am I looking for? I know you just have all that vinyl sitting on your wall. And you don't want to mess with it, but... Really? No. Crab cakes. 33.20. Kid stitching Sammy so my number doesn't get dumped. I know, I only have a few more minutes. We'll stitch this color and then we'll wrap it up, okay? I don't know what that means for anybody's guesses, but... Me too. Actually, that is just sticky vinyl. I have the heat transfer vinyl stored somewhere else. Okay, well, and that's probably what I'm talking about, so. Okay, so we had a friend call us, and he's somebody that we worked with. Well, actually, I never got a chance to work with him. He worked with Casey a long, long time ago, and we just kind of stayed in touch over the years, and I went to his wedding, but he called us up the other day and he said, are y'all still doing security? Casey's like, well, I'm not really, but Sam is. But Casey still has his license, you know? And so he said, well, my daughter's having a sweet 16 next month. And, if you rent a public place and you serve alcohol, you have to have security on location. And what they've been doing is they've just been hiring the deputies. But he's like, if y'all would rather the work, I can throw it y'all's way, you know, just undercut the deputies by a little bit, right? So that's what we did. And he took our offer. And we went and registered with the county clerk today, our license, so we could, you know, so they had it on file that this is what we're doing. And she said, you know, we have stuff all the time and we're always having to refer them to the deputies. And I'm sure the deputies would like a break. Can we keep your number on file and call you anytime there's a quinceañera, a birthday, they're having a homecoming concert, just all these different things. And we said, yeah, sure. So I may need to commission a shirt that says security, because I had one, but it was this god-awful yellow, so I think I got rid of it. I gotta double check though before I really message you about that, but that's my thought. I used to hardly have any charts. Now I have a bajillion. I'm going to say 93 for Kelly. I bought stuff from Crab Shack Stitchery again after I told myself enough on her project bag. I get it. Every time I'm like, I have plenty of project bags. I have more project bags than I have projects. And then Vic puts out a new bag and I'm like, me please. So, I get it. We're making a crab, y'all. Do you see his little pincher? So cute. I store grime guards in one. I need some more grime guards. But then I forget that I have them and I don't use them, so I don't really need to spend the money. I do like them though. We're all guilty, yes. Very much. We like to buy things because collecting and stitching are two totally different things. Heather says 203. Got a lot of 3s and 6s going on tonight. There's always new cute fabric and I can't resist Halloween and Christmas themed project bags. I'm a sucker for those too, and then I don't have that many projects. My bags are not matchy with my projects. I don't like grime guards. They get in my way. I have that problem sometimes. Also, I snagged the last one of this fabric she had and the matching notions pouch. Very nice. I try and do that too. Like if I really like the fabric but I don't really need another project bag, well, I could always have another notions pouch, right? They're handy. Oh, 10% coupon. There you go. Yeah, I've been trying to put some of my patterns and stuff into Notions, and when I do that, I'm like, I have too much stuff, and I want to stitch it all. So it's not like, oh, well, you know, I have too much stuff, let me get rid of that. It's like, but I really want to stitch it. 1, 2, 3. I'm not starting anything, but I really want to. If I could just be more attracted to smaller things that I could actually finish in a timely manner. I do have a few of those on my to-kit list. Nobody ever votes for them. A Halloween project, the Ada phrase like mad. Need to contain it somehow. That makes sense. Literally strings of black Ada getting stuck under my stitching. I understand that. Okay, we are finishing up, y'all. If anybody else has some guesses, let me know. So I've got about 5 more stitches here, and then Little Crab will be done. He gets beads for eyes. I don't think I'm gonna do... Oh. You can do a whip stitch around the edge, zigzag on a sewing machine, or fray check. Yeah. It's so tiny. I don't think I'm gonna put the beads on. I think I'm gonna leave those for Sarah when she gets it back. And the back stitching for this is in the same color is what I'm stitching with, so I'll just knock that out real quick. It's got these little eyeballs that are going to stick up right here. And they're going to be little black beads. That'll be cute. And we got a leg. Little legs. Come on. Free check is my friend. Never used it before. I don't think. Alrighty. Little crab is done. Are we gonna name him Sebastian? Sebastian! I don't need to be singing The Little Mermaid. It's a lot more inappropriate as an adult than it was when we were kids. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. Alright. Let me count up those stitches and we will reveal a winner. Kiss the girl. Oh, Stitching Darling said 324. Man, you have a lot of faith in me. How cool would that be? All right. I have some pink masking tape stuff somewhere. All right, our grand total is 139. 139. Looks like Laurel got the closest with 135. Couldn't have gotten much closer, actually. That's pretty impressive. So, today is the 26th. Laurel. Congratulations, you are in the raffle for drawing whatever it is I come up with giving away. So, I'm probably going to let it go through because September's almost over. We'll be here on Saturday and then we'll try and make it more regular in October and then have a drawing. So, that is it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I don't know that I have anybody on Twitch, but let's see where I can send them anyway. Oh, Vintage is on. Definitely going there. Okay, so if you're joining us from Twitch, you are going to visit my friend Stephanie, Vintage Sew Gal. She's amazing. You should definitely follow her. I watch her almost every stream. Laurel wants to win a gift where you finish her full coverage fairy. I mean, I would. Y'all have a wonderful day. Again, I'll put up a post, but it'll probably be Saturday morning around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll be fully finishing something. So, thank you all for joining me tonight. We'll see you soon. If I know which button to press.